Welcome to Biz Intel, our weekly newsletter sharing business stories, especially in economics and technology, from around the world. This week, we step into a world where electricity and data flow together, illuminating new opportunities while exposing the fault lines of our era. When the sun and servers illuminate the world together. China and the energy paradox. In 2024, China burned through 4.9 billion tons of coal, more than half of the world's total coal consumption. Imagine a gigantic Great Pyramid of Giza made of coal. Then multiply it by 1,500 times to visualize a nation simultaneously trying to power billions of people while aspiring to lead the clean energy revolution. The paradox lies right there. The country leading in renewable energy is also the planet's largest coal burner. Since the smog crisis of 2013, Beijing has invested enormously in filtering emissions and tightening standards. Hundreds of thousands of lives have been saved from pollution, but the price has been a new phenomenon: accelerated global warming. As sulfur levels in the atmosphere dropped sharply, the reflective dust layer disappeared and the Earth warmed by a few fractions. Scientists call this the harmful cleaning effect. Improving the nation's air quality inadvertently caused the entire world to heat up. China solved its own problem, but unintentionally impacted the planet. Yet no one can halt this current state. Each year, this 17 trillion USD economy needs about 6% more electrical power, and each percentage point of growth means hundreds of factories, high-speed trains, and new residential areas requiring electricity. Coal remains the backbone of the economy, but renewable energy is pushing its way in ever more forcefully. Over the past decade, China has erected a silicon desert in the West. Hundreds of thousands of hectares of solar panels. Each year, Chinese factories install over 600 gigawatts of new solar capacity, more than the entire electrical output of the United Kingdom. If this pace continues, China's solar industry alone could supply 1/3 of humanity's electricity needs by the end of the decade. But this pride also carries pain, oversupply, and plummeting electricity prices. In 2025, the solar industry lost over 60 billion USD, causing hundreds of thousands of workers to lose their jobs. The government calls this a crisis where factories must compete to exhaustion, selling cheaply what was once seen as a ray of hope. From pop mart to polysilicon, the power of cultural industry. If solar panels symbolize the ambition for clean energy, then Pop Mart, with its Labubu dolls sporting large eyes and mischievous smiles, represents the aspiration for pure joy, exporting happiness to the world. In just 1 year, Pop Mart became the world's most valuable toy company by market capitalization, far surpassing Mattel and Sanrio. But behind the seemingly toy-focused story lies a deeper cross-section of China's economy where massive manufacturing power walks hand in hand with concerns about cultural identity and values. Labubu's success owes largely to K-pop and social media, not because it's authentically Chinese. When China's propaganda department asked, why doesn't the character reflect national identity? Pop Mart's leadership had to admit, toys with too many Chinese characteristics struggle to sell abroad. As China encourages developing cultural industries to replace real estate and infrastructure, Pop Mart emerges as an initial test. Can a Chinese brand be loved globally without wearing the cloak of nationalism? On a deeper level, Pop Mart is retracing the path the solar industry once traveled. Both rely on 3 pillars: large-scale production, cheap capital, and tight supply chain control. Like Tongwei, the company that started producing fish feed before becoming a giant in solar, Pop Mart has built itself a closed system from design and manufacturing to retail. But then, just as polysilicon once created a storm of electricity oversupply, the toy market has begun facing an oversupply of joy. Rare Labubu dolls, once priced at 1,500 yuan, now fetch only half that. Nevertheless, Pop Mart doesn't hesitate. They're opening theme parks, establishing film studios, and nurturing plans to build a Labubu universe, China's version of Disney. If the energy sector shows that China can manufacture the future, then Pop Mart proves they can also package emotions and sell them to the world. 2 seemingly unrelated phenomena, one technological, one emotional, both reflect an economy in transformation, from material to symbol, from workshop to brand, from production to creation. These 2 phenomena together reflect an economy seeking identity in transformation, from workshop to brand. And when this strategy becomes standardized, it's not only sold domestically, but exported to the world, reshaping the infrastructure of developing nations. The Silk Road in Silicon. Just as Pop Mart exports cultural symbols, China's energy sector exports another kind of power. The power of infrastructure and technology, spreading from factories to rooftops across South Asia. On 10 rooftops in Lahore, Pakistan, solar panels imported from China glow under 50 degrees Celsius sunshine. These aren't just lifelines for households like Mr. Munir's, who's tired of power cuts and bills eating a quarter of his income, but also mirrors reflecting Beijing's new strength. In 3 years, Pakistan has imported 32 gigawatts of solar panels, nearly equivalent to the entire national grid's capacity. Each square meter of solar panel is part of a new Silk Road, paved not with brick and stone, but with silicon and light. This phenomenon is repeating across the globe. South Africa, Brazil, and Nigeria have all erected new tariff barriers to block Chinese solar panels, worried about their domestic factories. But the spread has been too powerful. China isn't just selling solar panels, they're exporting an entire distributed energy system where each household can generate its own electricity without depending on the national grid. For Pakistan, this means a shock to the coal-fired power plants that borrowed money from China to build just a few years ago. Revenue drops, debt remains, and the old grid becomes a death spiral, where the more people leave, the higher electricity prices become for those who stay. At the strategic level, Beijing sees Pakistan as a laboratory for its global ambitions. If China can help a developing nation transition to green energy while maintaining financial stability, they'll open opportunities to dominate markets many times larger than the North. In the new Belt and Road Initiative generation, coal-fired power projects are gradually giving way to solar panels, energy storage batteries, and smart grids. These projects don't just bring profits, they help China set technical standards, gradually drawing Southern Hemisphere countries into its technology ecosystem. Once a country uses inverters, voltage standards, and management software provided by China, switching to other technologies becomes extremely expensive. From Silk Road to Silicon Road, China's soft power now wears a green shade the color of clean energy. The West in AIification. If China is seizing control of electrons, then the West is racing into the realm of neurons, the race to build intelligence factories where power comes from data and artificial intelligence. From Seattle to Mountain View, tech giants are racing to build massive AI data centers. Google, Microsoft, and Amazon each pour hundreds of billions of USD annually to erect factories consuming electricity equivalent to a medium-sized city. But not everyone can endure this cash-burning race. Meta, once the symbol of social media, is now gasping for breath. While Google and Microsoft have stable revenue streams from cloud computing services, helping them rotate capital investment into AI, Meta must cut advertising profits to buy computers and recruit experts. Mark Zuckerberg calls it investing in the future, while the market sees it as a gamble. In the opposite direction, Microsoft chooses a more practical path. They sell Copilot, a ChatGPT version integrated into Office Suite for $30 USD per user. Even so, tens of millions of people still use the free version, squeezing profits. The old technology story repeats. AI is something everyone wants, but no one yet knows how to pay for. Each corporation chooses its own defense. Google AI-fies its entire ecosystem, from search engine to Chrome and Gmail, to keep users from leaving. Microsoft expands into cloud computing, becoming the world's largest supercomputer landlord. And Amazon launches the Trainium AI chip, achieving both technological autonomy and turning massive investment into real profit. Thanks to this, AWS revenue last quarter grew 20%, accelerating for the first time since 2022. In the new era, chips are gold. Amid this race, OpenAI, Microsoft's child, wants to escape the hired hand role. They're transforming ChatGPT into its own ecosystem, complete with browser, spreadsheet, and shopping features. When ChatGPT can draft contracts, find goods, and make payments, it's no longer just a chatbot, but becomes a digital department store with intelligence. This move has begun straining relations between the two parties. OpenAI launches an enterprise package cheaper than Microsoft Office, causing the very backer Microsoft to lose customers. This alliance is beginning to fracture. On a deeper level, everything happening is a reconstruction of infrastructure for the intelligence economy. Whoever holds the supercomputers controls the flow of the world's ideas. Just as railways once shaped 19th century commerce, data centers are now shaping the economic order of the 21st century. Capital and faith. In a world where cheap capital is returning, financial markets seem to be AI-fied too. Speed, expectations, and risk all exceed rationality. Major bank CEOs, from JP Morgan to Goldman Sachs, are simultaneously warning that many assets are in bubble territory. The S&P 500 index is priced at 41 times earnings, the highest since the dot-com era. History shows every technology fever accompanies capital intoxication. But this time, the infatuation also comes from the belief that AI will change economic structure, not just be a product. In Silicon Valley, benchmark fund symbol of restrained investment style must also change. From only putting 20% equity into small startups, they now accept investments at billion-dollar valuations. Today's startup seeds are no longer mobile apps like before, but companies specializing in creating language models, new type AI factories like Fireworks, Sierra, or Mercor. A newly established company can still be valued at hundreds of times actual revenue just because they promise to possess algorithms superior to GPT. Benchmark understands that in this AI wave, hesitation means lost opportunity. They still maintain their traditional style small team, quick decisions, meeting weekly over dinner to discuss deals. But they themselves recognize the rules have changed. To continue surviving, they must step into a bigger arena. Meanwhile, giants like Tiger Global or Andreessen Horowitz choose another path, accumulating tens of billions in capital, accepting high risk to secure positions in the AI race. Benchmark's story reflects the reality of the entire investment ecosystem today. AI is blurring the boundaries between technology and finance. An AI model can simultaneously be a product, an investment tool, and a distribution channel. Investors no longer ask, "What do you sell?" but "What has your model learned?" With OpenAI, this reaches its peak as they transition to a stock company model and begin considering an IPO. Expected by 2027, OpenAI could raise up to $90 billion USD, enough to transform AI into a new financial sector. When artificial intelligence is valued as an asset, all old business metrics, revenue, output, or profit, suddenly become outdated. AI consumer culture. While large corporations race to seize data and energy, on the consumer side, AI silently seeps into daily life in gentler forms. Responsive stuffed animals, floor-cleaning robots, or dating apps that know how to sweet talk. A large part of the AI-fication wave is happening in the emotional world of humans. In Japan, millions follow Mifflin Casio's fluffy robot pet. It has no ears, no tail, only round eyes and the ability to listen. Casio calls Mifflin emotional AI, technology born to comfort people. After more than half a century producing watches and pocket calculators, Casio seems to have rediscovered its soul in a small creature that chirps softly and sleeps peacefully in its charging bowl. In the West, 1X Technology's Neo robot bears the appearance of a real human. It's sold for around 20,000 USD, or rented for 499 USD per month. For many middle-class Americans, Neo isn't just a tech gadget, but a solution to the shortage of domestic help and elderly care. But behind this excitement lies a big question. If robots gradually replace people at work, who will control them, and who will supervise the controllers? Just as the industrial era once spawned a global working class, the AI age may create a remote operation class. People sitting at home but controlling robots working in factories, hotels, or homes thousands of miles away. AI is also changing how people love and connect. In Russia, a programmer named Zhadan created a personal chatbot to swipe Tinder for him. That bot talked to over 5,000 people and ultimately helped him find his wife. In America, a quarter of single users now use AI to write messages or edit profiles. Dating apps like Bumble or Hinge believe AI will help rescue a saturated industry where people increasingly become cold and tired from the very act of seeking love. Yet precisely there, the boundary between real and fake becomes fragile. Some say they've been flirted with by ChatGPT, feeling like they're falling into an algorithm's love net. Others feel comfortable being able to express emotions without fear of judgment. Technology has stepped into people's most private spaces, and seemingly everyone both fears and needs it. Meanwhile, the global service economy is also changing to adapt. Airbnb, after hitting a growth ceiling, pivots toward experience economy. Cooking with an old lady in Paris, working out with athletes in Los Angeles, learning music in Kyoto. They want to deliver real experiences, real emotions, different from platforms increasingly dominated by AI. Meanwhile, YouTube and Netflix go in the opposite direction, bringing AI into every stage, from choosing frames and cutting trailers to suggesting content. The boundary between humans and algorithms thus becomes increasingly blurred. On one side, we have products trying to make machines more human. On the other, platforms making people behave increasingly like machines. And both these trends are gradually meeting at the same point. AI is no longer just a tool, it's becoming our living environment. The twin era of energy and intelligence. No one can hold the light without understanding the darkness. An old saying now echoes in the new century as the world enters the twin era. Two parallel power axes are forming. One axis is energy, electrons, where China consolidates its position as clean infrastructure supplier. The other axis is intelligence, neurons, where the West shapes global AI infrastructure. Between these two poles, capital, data, and faith continuously circulate, creating a new geopolitical order of infrastructure. But behind the glamour of innovation is a brutal filtering. In the East, China is transforming both material, like solar panels, and emotion, like Pop Mart, into exports, yet must face the danger of oversupply and cutthroat competition. In the West, the AI wave is driven by excessive faith in capital, causing many businesses to fall into investment bubbles. Only companies with stable cash flow and substantial AI applications can survive. Ultimately, both directions lead to the same question. When technology becomes the foundation of ideas and of life itself, who will be responsible for the consequences it creates? Today's global economy resembles an overloaded nervous system. Data moves faster than politics can respond, while green energy develops faster than finance can manage. Simultaneously, AI is stepping into human life, not only supporting work, but also touching emotions, feelings, and beliefs, blurring the boundary between real and virtual. In this overload, the world is forced to revalue everything, including human value. Whoever finds the balance between the two flows, between growth and sustainability, between autonomy and integration, between humans and machines, will shape the future of next-generation globalization.